I'm Sarah Forgany with KENS 5 News Now. Deputies have arrested a teenage girl after they say she drove a stolen car, tried to get away from officers, then crashed into a gas station. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says it happened just after 11 a.m. on Riddiman Road at I-35 on the northeast side. Deputies had been following the teen driver after the stolen car was spotted and tried to pull her over, but because of the inclement weather conditions, the deputies stopped the chase. Less than a minute later, they say the car flipped and crashed into a gas station. The 17-year-old was detained. BCSO still investigating, but said charges are expected for evading arrest in a motor vehicle. And a drive-by shooting in front of a Whataburger leaves a young man and a woman in the hospital now. This happened just after 10 last night on Riddiman Road. When police showed up, they were told someone drove up in a silver car and fired several shots at the man and the woman. The two victims were walking from the bus stop to the restaurant when they were shot. The 18-year-old man was hit in the ankle. The woman was hit in the stomach. Police are still looking for the gunman. Three masked men robbed an armored truck driver and got away with cash. This happened just after noon Wednesday at a Bank of America in the 7,000 block of FM 78 in the Woodlake Shopping Center. Officials say masked men wearing hoodies ambushed the armored truck employee. They put a long gun in his face and demanded that he hand over the money in the ATM. One of them then took the gun from the armored truck driver, and they all jumped in a car and took off.
The employee was kneeling down, attending to the machine, stocking the machine up when these suspects just approached him from behind, literally catching him off guard.
Deputies say they found a box from the ATM just a block from the scene. They also recovered the driver's stolen gun, but they haven't found the thieves. All hands on deck right now for TxDOT. On Wednesday, it activated its Emergency Operations Center. Since the start of the week, TxDOT crews have been getting the roads ready for Mother Nature. Crews have been putting brine on bridges and overpasses throughout the 12-county district. Their main focus has been the I-10 and I-35 corridors. TxDOT says the three areas they're closely watching are Kerr, Kendall, and Bandera counties.
Weather sometimes is tricky and changes at the last minute, so we want to make sure that we keep our resources spread out throughout the district.
TxDOT says if you do get stranded and need help, the number on the back of your driver's license is a good resource. Comfort ISD is the only school district in the area to announce a weather-related closure. The school has canceled classes today due to possible icy conditions. They'll keep families updated on their Facebook page and the Comfort ISD website. Other parts of the state seeing a much different scene with more ice and snow. Here's a look at snow falling in the Panhandle. That area could see up to 7 inches in parts of the region. Snow's also blanketing North Texas. A winter storm warning is in effect through Friday afternoon. The weather causing big issues for travelers. All flights today from San Antonio to DFW or Dallas Love Field have been canceled because of snow and ice. And a group stop has been issued at DFW Airport until 12:30 p.m. Today is a day of mourning as the life of former President Jimmy Carter is celebrated in a state funeral and the former president is laid to rest. Every living president attended the funeral today among the 3,000 special guests at the National Cathedral. President Carter's impact as a leader continued past his time in office. KENS 5's Earl Stoudemire explains how his ties with Habitat for Humanity made a difference here in San Antonio.
After serving as president, Jimmy Carter's work with Habitat for Humanity led to the question of housing here in San Antonio. We spoke with Inner City Development Co-Director Patty Radel, who helped build the first Habitat for Humanity home in San Antonio. She says it took them a year to build the home, but says it was needed, seeing harsh living conditions in the city. The former president spent decades volunteering with the organization, building an estimated 4,400 homes alongside 160,000 volunteers. Radel says Carter's work behind Habitat for Humanity made a global impact.
Habitat for Humanity is not building one house at a time. They're building communities. It was very emotional to be at the blessing of 40 new homes in a community some years back, to see how it's grown and the commitment of people who are leading it.
We also recently spoke with the current vice president of the San Antonio Habitat for Humanity. They say the organization plans to build at least 65 homes this year. One of them will be built in honor of former President Carter. Alongside Carter's work with Habitat for Humanity, his legacy lives on with the creation of FEMA and the U.S. Department of Education. In the newsroom, Earl Sedemeyer, KENS 5.
Earl, thank you. A man has been arrested and charged in a disturbing kidnapping that authorities say began in the Houston area. Police say Jamie Ray Rensher targeted a 17-year-old girl on social media, then met up with her at a hotel in Conroe. Investigators say Rensher tied her up and sexually assaulted her. He allegedly brought her to San Antonio and tried to keep her hidden, but she was able to find help. Police believe there could be more victims. If you have information, call SAPD. The government has expanded testing of the nation's milk supply to better track the spread of bird flu. The Department of Agriculture says 15 additional states have enrolled in the program. That brings the total to 28 states, which account for nearly 65% of the nation's milk production. USDA testing has detected the disease in dairy herds in Texas and California. The Texas Department of Public Safety is now requesting funding to hire more staff to keep up with driver's license appointments and other services. The agency is asking state lawmakers for $229 million for fiscal years 2026 through 2027. DPS wants to hire 1,200 new employees. A lifelike robotic puppy is helping bring comfort to seniors who are battling dementia. Jenny, the robotic lab retriever puppy, responds to voice commands, touch, and even barks and wags her tail. Tom Stevens created the interactive support animal after his mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and had to have her beloved dog taken away.
These puppies are designed to treat the behavioral and psychological symptoms of dementia, reduce the need for certain medications, including psychotropics, and we aim for them to be the first FDA medical devices.
Jenny works just like a smartphone and needs to be charged overnight. She's on display at this year's Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. And that's KENS 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Forgany.
Anytime. Download the KENS 5 Plus app today.